So this will be an interesting tutorial because both me and Donald know how to play Rimworld, so hopefully we'll be able to kind of, help each other out with new aspects of the game, and hopefully you guys can learn a thing or two as well throughout this series. Donald, what is your favorite aspects of Rimworld?
I really like taming the animals and making them all my slaves for
you always need that.
food and just hauling stuff. And I don't know if I need an army to attack something, they're there.
That is good. Okay, so I was really confused about this. There are two tabs. There's a Create a World tab, and then there's a New Colony tab. At least for new players, it seems a little bit interesting. Do you want to jump into the Create the Worlds and talk about the difference?
So before you start your colony, you need a world, and this is what the Create the World tab is. So we go in here. You can make it however big you want. Drew's computer sucks, so we're going with the smallest one.
And that's the seed that anyone can play around with.
Yeah.
As well.
So if you want to be on our world, you just copy that seed. So in here, there's a bunch, like you see, snow, and then it gets hotter down here. Just like our world.
Yep. Temperature does affect the colony too, and the colonists.
There's also a period of time where you can grow stuff, which is the most important, I think.
Yes, it is.
So you want at least for a new player, somewhere where it's year-round grow.
Because that's the only way you're going to be able to get food. You're going to be able to actually farm lands. There's year-round growing right there. The thing is, you want to find a nice balance between the year-round growing, as well as you want to find a hill tile. That way you can, mine for resources. If you really want to be picky and you want to be interesting about it and build certain type of buildings, you can look at the stone type. So there's marble and granite where we might end up going. This is a pretty good spot. There is different sort of stone resources depending on where you want to go. And we're going to go in the easy area. I want to make that very clear. We're just trying to tutorialize some things and show you guys a little bit of interesting stuff. If you wanted to have a hard game, you'd probably play on Randy Random because he's the random one.
Yeah, totally random. He just throws stuff at you.
It could be really bad or
whenever he feels like it.
Yes.
You got Chillax Phoebe, and she's super easy mode.
Yep.
Stuff just trickles in, and then you got your Cassandra Classic, and that's just pretty much easy. Easy incline.
It's gonna be exactly.
So
kind of
it's a nice smooth curve, and that's what we're gonna play on for this tutorial.
And our difficulty will be rough. You can play on challenge, extreme. You can play on just base building or base builder, I should say.
So these are worlds that we've already made. This is the world that we just made, so we're gonna play on that.
So like I said though, if you wanted a real challenge, if you got really good at this game, of course you can go ahead and go into the Arctic, or you can go into the desert, which would make things tough. As well as, do you want to look at the map modes, Donald?
Modes.
So we've got all sorts of different modes. We can look at the temperature, we can look at the biomes, we can look at the elevation. Everything is somewhat important, but that starting mode is probably the best one to just kind of fill out. I mean, you can really get really advanced, and yeah, the biomes is probably the best map type, I guess, to view. And so let's go ahead and view. This is where things take a long time usually,
yes, especially for me,
because this is kind of the most important aspect of your game.
It's very important.
You get
at least for beginners.
Yes,
because as a beginner, you want all your people to be able to do everything, because you're just learning. I mean, you don't really know what you need when you get into that world.
So you want someone that has, what are some important skills that you take note of, Donald, as a beginner? I know that growing, making sure that, these colonists, you have at least one colonist that's a good grower. What else, what other skills do you think is very important to watch?
I look at growing, mining, shooting, and then melee, or cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking is also very important.
Those
are the 5 I immediately look at.
And do you want to explain the fires, Donald? What does that mean? What are those little fire
The
flames?
fires are your passion.
Uh-huh.
So they do better jobs and level up quicker stuff that they have fire next to. This guy is super good doctor. He likes medicine, so he will heal people faster and level up his medicine even faster.
There you go. So those are important to have. If you have double fire, that's really good. He's going to be able to kind of level up that trait extremely fast. Actually, I shouldn't say trait, because there is also a trait category that it's important to look at, as well as incapable of. So Donald is very you stress the importance of watching that incapable of. Why, Donald?
Because if they're incapable of something, then they can't do it. So if somebody's incapable of dumb labor, then they can't mine or haul stuff.
And that's going to make things really hard.
Yes, in the early game, when you only have 3 people, you want them to be able to do everything.
Yep.
You don't want nobody just chillaxing because he doesn't want to break a nail.
That's right.
You just crash landed on a random ass planet. you gotta do work. You gotta do work.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start randomizing these people and try to figure out what we want to do, who we want to start off with. So I know that you kind of want someone with at least numbers and all the skills too. You don't want them to be incapable of anything. You want, I mean, you could continue to hit this random button for a while, and you will get someone really good. But having numbers, high numbers in a lot of the skills, like this guy's not bad. He's incapable of scary things, though. That's the issue. So let's just keep on going, because he's not bad. He's an he's artistic. What are we gonna do with an artist?
We don't need
in the middle of nowhere
this early in the game.
That's what I'm saying.
See,
he's good.
This is somebody I would get. His shooting is 9. He has passion for it.
He's got good construction too. Look at that.
Awesome construction. He's crafting. He likes art. He has at least 1 in everything, so he could do anything, and he's incapable of none. So he could do everything.
So let's show him the health. Now it's very important to always check the health of your colonist. So he's got a bad back. That's actually really bad.
That is very bad.
I don't know if we should do that now.
That means he ain't gonna be moving nothing.
Yeah, nope.
I think we're gonna just
see. We have to keep on randomizing. That's why it's so important to be checking on those things. Plus, he was like 50 years old, so that was also pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Well, look at there's a little age tab right there. There you go. And so Donald was mentioning there was 2 different ages. Donald, do you want to go over the?
So there's your biological age,
and
then there's like your real age. Mm-hmm. So.
He was in cryogenic sleep, right?
So this guy is only 16 years old, but he is actually 286
because he's been sleeping for like a lot.
Who knows?
Yeah,
years and years.
250 years, something like that. I don't know how to do math, but yeah.
Exactly.
This guy's not too bad, right?
Yeah, he can't do. He has no construction level.
Oh,
so I don't really know. So I'll leave this one up to you, Drew.
I think we should keep him. I think we'll be okay. Do you want to hit the eye and check his health, though?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Let's see exactly what his health is looking like.
If I could click it.
Or it's actually female, I should say that. Okay, so she's young and she's not hurt. That's good. She can't construct things, but that's fine. We just got to make sure that we have a really good constructor for the 2nd or 3rd colonist. And this guy is really good.
Pretty damn. But I bet you he has a health problem. I bet you. Ooh.
Okay, wait a second. What is this? Old gunshot? That's not too bad.
And a bite scar.
And a bite scar. That's fine. The scar is okay, right?
I mean, I guess.
He's fine.
I think pain.
I think we'll be okay. You got to make sacrifices somewhere.
That's true. This guy is pretty good.
And
if there's somebody you want to make sacrifices, it would be that guy.
Okay, so this guy, you would never want this guy. Oh my gosh.
He can't do nothing. This guy can't do nothing.
Wow. That's pretty bad. Oh,
this person looks pretty good. Let's see.
And he's actually a pretty good constructor too.
Got a lot of fire for a lot of stuff.
Yep, that is really nice.
What about the health?
Bad back. Are you kidding me again?
Don't want no bad backs.
That's like that's we have to randomize them.
You might have to put the team on your back.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. You always got to be able to put the team on your back. No. Check his health because we keep getting really unlucky. So the only problem I see with this guy is that he is 42 years old, which is kind of old. He's kind of getting there.
Yeah.
He's not too bad. You want to check his traits. So what is nervous and pessimist going to do? Mental break threshold is going to be 8% higher.
Yep.
And then what is this? Permanent mood effect. So he's permanently going to be a little bit
unhappy.
Yeah, but that's okay. You're going to have things like that all the time. But I think we're ready to jump in the world, Donald.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So we've landed, and we have once we hit OK, we're going to start to play, right?
Yes.
So,
this just gives you a description of what just happened, and it basically says your ship got fucked up, and now you're on this planet.
So you got to figure out how to survive.
Yep.
So all right. So where are we?
So
at?
those are escape pods, and
very nice.
Usually what I like to do is pause the game with space, and I like to go through and immediately look at these people. So
that's right, because we have resources that landed with us.
We do
as well.
So I look for the one who has the best shooting, which was this person, and I give her the hunting rifle.
Oh, this dude has got a mohawk. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, did you check the mohawk guy for his shooting skills? He's terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
So we kind of don't have any shooters.
This person is like the best shooter.
By the way, I think we should mention this because I don't think we mentioned it so far. There will be bad things that happen. There will be like pirates, sort of like pirate-esque things. There will be enemies coming at us. We're gonna need to be able to shoot people.
So equip that.
Okay. Yes, you're gonna equip that. So there's also a pistol and a knife.
Yep.
So do we have any? Did you check if we have anyone good melee? It's okay melee. There's one with a passion for melee, so that's kind of a start.
Let's do that. This big ass person, I mean, could be our tank. This person right here gonna be our tank.
As well as we start off with food, which is good. So we have like maybe 2 days before we have to really start to produce our own food.
You got a while. Also,
there-
something to note: I am right now. You see all these little red X's. That means your colonists can't do nothing with that. So I like to just go through and take off all the X's with the handy dandy F button.
The only thing is, we don't want to go anywhere too far, right? Because I know that there are resources like outside the map too
Yeah, so there's stuff all over here that you could
that we can probably get later. But for now, it's probably good to leave it for when we have a more established colony. Where do we want to send these people? Because I do see that there are buildings pre-built
already,
which is really good.
We could send them right here, and this is a nice like. See, I like this area because you could like block it off.
Well, the problem would be
block it
that
off.
side though, because I'm pretty sure that the enemies can come through.
Well, that's when you just set up a bunch of turrets.
Oh yeah,
you could set up
that's a good
turrets and
idea.
they just mow people down.
Okay, so you want to go? You want to go there?
Put over here. All
Let's
right.
do it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and set zones for our stockpile.
Let's do it. Stockpile zone. Then we have like
Bam.
home zones and a whole bunch of things.
I'm gonna put everything, and I'm gonna make it critical.
And one nice thing about building inside of pre-built like sort of areas is that we don't have to waste as much resources. We don't have to chop as much trees. We don't have to waste as much stone. All that stuff is very good. And so now our people are beginning to...
They're just getting the stuff and bringing it over to the zone that we just made.
Do you want to look at the wildlife? There's a lot of wildlife going on around
there's
here.
some boars,
There's so much, actually.
There's these things.
What are those things? Boom loops.
Boomaloops. They, I believe they blow up when you shoot them.
Oh, very nice. So you
there's
gotta be
that.
careful of those.
Here's some free food.
Yeah, we should do that.
Definitely
should grab that
definitely
stuff.
need food.
Do we have any elephants? You see any elephants, Donald? I know like elephants and rhinos are also part of...
I know they spawn.
and they're hard. They're hard to tame.
Yeah.
But if you can tame them...
But if you don't tame them, they come after
They
you.
can go crazy, yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword.
I don't see... There's some llamas.
An alpaca.
Alpaca. Close enough, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much. So do we want to... I do think so. One thing we should mention. What was that, Donald?
I was going to say, I like to start off... I should have made this a little smaller. But anyways, I like to start off... Like, I stay paused for a long time and just
That's a good idea.
set up all my stuff.
Let's do that.
So I'm going to redo our zone area.
And one
put
thing
that
that I
there.
should mention is that there... Wait. Did I mention that there will be people... You can keep a prisoner and they can join your colony. So like there are going to be people that can maybe come and fight us. There might be people like refugees that will come in and join. There are ways to make your colony bigger with more colonies. You don't start off with just 3. You can get a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, I think I've had up to like 10
Nice.
before
Oh, that's
I got
very
hit by
cool.
a plague and then everybody died.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't realize that the whole plague was that. I didn't realize that was so bad. Got hit by a plague.
Got hit
Donald.
by a plague. I mean, shit happens,
That's
man.
not good.
When you play out
That's
Randy
scary.
Random,
Yeah,
when you
that's
play out
what
Randy
happens.
Random, stuff happens.
Oh, dang.
So right now I'm setting up some little farm spaces.
Okay, so we're gonna be able to crop stuff. We should mention after you're done with this, very, very important to always check the what is it called? The work tab, I believe,
Yes.
because this is how, as well as a lot of these crops, it's very confusing for beginners because a lot of them it doesn't really tell you exactly what it's gonna make, right, Donald? Could you go over briefly some of the?
So when you set down your zone, your growing zone, you click it, and then it tells you what you're growing. So if you click here, it'll give you a list of stuff, and you could set whatever you want. And you don't need. It's not like other games where you need the seed and then plant the seed. They'll just automatically start growing it. So you got all this stuff. I like to set up 4. One for each of the food, and then one for however you pronounce that.
Yes, Xeno
'Cause
something, because
that is your
that's
medicine.
right? Yep.
You run out of medicine, and then you're kind of screwed if you don't have this because it takes forever to grow.
Yes, that's a good
So
point.
that's what I like to do. Set up at least 4. Sometimes I set up 2 of the medicine just to be on the
Just
safe
to make
side.
sure. Maybe if we have like a big colony too, it'd be a good idea.
Right.
To get a bunch of that.
And then there's also I don't see any in our immediate area, but there's also different soil. So there's like rich soil where stuff grows better,
Oh, very interesting. Okay.
and regular soil where it's just normal. But yeah.
Okay, very cool. And also, do you want to look at the work tab for a second? Because this is where you're going to be dealing with a lot of things. This is how you kind of want to put it on manual for the most part because, I mean, like that is fine for now. But when you have like a whole bunch of things to do, I know it's really important to be able to tell your citizens, tell the specific colonists what to do. So like, what's his name? Brown might be terrible at cooking. but he's the only one that's cooking right now. So we might want to, like, you know, designate the other two to cook. That's usually, I'm sure he's good at cooking if they already have him as the only cooker. But I'm just saying stuff like that is pretty important in the future. We'll probably be dealing with that tab a lot.
Also restrictions. This is like their schedule, more or less.
Oh, yes.
I like to have like a 10-hour workday because
That's right. The slaves. Remember, Donald?
exactly.
Slaves.
Was that for?
Well, that was animals, I think you were talking about for slaves, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I mean,
these colonists are slaves too.
I'm the
pretty much.
overlord, and
Yes.
You know,
In times of joy, do we really need joy, Donald?
I mean,
no, I know we do. It is important.
They're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's how I like to do it. I don't know about you, Drew.
I like that.
I
No,
just
that's good.
Make them work all day, every day,
That is very good.
and then a little bit of joy, and then they could do sometime whatever they want. I guess. I mean, at the beginning, at the end.
Let's actually deal with all the outfits now that we're on it. So we went over work. All the tabs. We went over work restrictions. Let's check out outfits. We have different outfits that we can configure together. The rest of the tabs aren't as important, but we have animals for when we begin animal husbandry, factions, which is pretty important. We have the actual world, so you can go back and view the seed, and we can like look at different resources, different areas. The history tab is pretty awesome when you get further enough into the campaign. This is pretty cool to look into, but we'll have to look at that a little bit later. Statistics about how well our town is doing. Research, we don't have any research.
Not yet.
Yeah, but we will. We will, I think. Wait, do we have a good researcher? I don't remember.
I think so.
And then the final tab, what does that even say?
Just menu.
Oh, and the menu tab. There we go.
Menu tab.
So I think we almost ready, Donald. How much? What else do we have to?
I mean, I think that's it, right? I'm gonna set our orders. So your orders are what your people are gonna do: mining, cutting, hunting, all that stuff. So I'm gonna take our mining order. I'm just gonna go ahead and start digging.
I knew it.
Into this wall.
That's right. The dwarf in you, Donald.
You know it.
Start to dig. As well as it's very fun always to throw some prisoners inside of your like dwarf caves and stuff like that.
Exactly. So I don't know. I start with one, so there's a door and then a nice big hallway.
That's perfect. Yeah.
And I branch out from that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and press play. We're on the fastest of the fast, so they're moving
stuff. Pretty fast.
They're planting stuff.
And as you can see, there's also a temperature in the corner. There's like a clear, like the weather, and we'll be able to view the progress as we move throughout the time and stuff like that, as we move throughout the months ahead and see how long we can survive, or if we can possibly win. We'll see. But I think I'm going to have to stop right there, Donald. We will come back. I believe it will be tomorrow, and we will continue to view some of the basics for Rimworlds, and I think we're off to a pretty good start. I think we're both learning things, and thank you, Donald. Thank you.
Thank you, Drew.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.